Week 6. Hold on, wait, back it up. Week 6. That's right.
Is it week 6?
We're still here. We're still doing it. It is week 6, believe it or not.
Wow.
Week 6. We've dedicated 6 weeks of our lives.
This is the longest I've ever had friends. This is groundbreaking.
Yeah. This is true.
I need a haircut.
Woo,
My hair is...
So for anybody who's watching, if anybody's watching, we've decided that we're transitioning to a new format next week. We're not going to tell you anything about it.
We're not?
I mean, I guess we can.
This is a clue. It's twisty. It's twisty. We're changing things up. We're switching twisty? The style. We're adding videos.
Why are we letting you speak to describe anything? Why are you the introduction to anything ever? You ruined it.
Why are you screaming?
We're gonna twist your world around, guys. We're gonna flip it upside down.
There you go.
All that.
No, what we're actually doing is watching YouTube videos and then commenting on it. That's what we're actually doing.
So, that's the new plan.
You make it sound less entertaining than it is. So what we're doing is we're bringing you the top weekly videos that we think are great, funny, interesting, and we're bringing it to you with our commentary and everything we have to say about each one of those videos. You got to watch because it's going to be great, and it's going to be way different than what we've been doing because what we've been doing is just talking, and no one wants to hear anybody talk, not even themselves.
Nobody.
It's 2015.
I love hearing myself talk.
Silence and just press things. We know. Just be quiet. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the new format. We're going to do it good, and we're going to bring it to you with the 3 of us, and possibly the 4th person who may come in and out, and may stay for a little while.
Who knows?
Yes, whoever wants to join.
We don't know.
We don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. That's the mystery of it.
Knows.
That is the twist.
Nobody knows.
It's not even a twist.
There's no twist.
The twist would be like, if we're like, guys, guess what? This podcast is actually a countdown to our funeral because we all have terminal cancer, which is why everyone's bald. that would be a twist.
This is why you're not allowed to give intros.
Yeah, now you have to like us because we have terminal cancer.
That's a lie, though. No one has
that.
That's just an example of a twist. That's all.
It is. There's a lot of things you can twist, though. A lot of things in this world that are twisty. You know?
Why are we even
like
recording this week?
Why
are we even doing this?
Because the things we have to say are interesting, and we're introducing our new format because our old format wasn't as great. And it's very important to us, and we want it to be important to you. If you do or do not watch, we're still going to do it. We're getting better as time goes.
Every week.
Eventually we're going to be sponsored by water.
Shut up!
And everybody will know who
You've just been talking about us getting better for 5 minutes.
Exactly.
Shut up.
And what did you talk about as soon as you spoke? Terminal cancer.
Nothing.
No one wants to hear you.
Nothing.
Listen.
So I tried Google Glass.
Okay, so that's interesting.
How'd you get your hands on it?
Did someone have a developer version or?
I went to a party at this guy's house. That
was the most vague story.
Like, I guess a gadget guy. I wasn't done. I was setting the scenery.
Well, who the fuck's the guy? Who the fuck's the guy?
I went there. You gotta paint the picture.
I'm impatient.
Slowly paint it. So, anyway, like I get there and the guy's got them on already.
Okay.
And like, I was like, this guy looks. They're gray.
Okay.
It's like just like the regular, like they're like wire rims, and it's got the gray thing that sticks out of the side. And my first impressions were, what is that on that guy's face? He fucking looks ridiculous. And then I realized that it was the Google Glass, and then I got really excited.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
So my iTunes just popped up. Just a heads up, you got to edit that out of the video. But continue your story.
Great, thank you. I'm already ignoring crazy buzzing in the back. And now you telling me about iTunes. Dude, just ignore it. We'll figure it out later. So, anyway, I tried them on, and What you don't know about them is that they're like tilted to the side. Like I thought it was going to be like, I thought it was going to feel
Regular
like an
glasses?
overlay. Well,
Okay.
I thought it was just going to be something I could ignore after a while, and you totally
It's up
don't
here,
ever
right?
ignore it.
It's like up here,
like
right?
here, like probably at your
Okay.
eyebrow level,
Okay.
and like out maybe an inch or so, and you can't ignore it.
So it just blocks your peripheral vision?
Or anything like that. Right, exactly. It's like wearing a blinder kind of,
You're
which
like a
is
horse.
awful.
That's weird.
Yeah, for one side of your face, not even for both of them, but like just for the one. It's got like a touch control on it, so you can swipe through things like you would swipe through on your phone on the side, which works really well. And it's got like a speaker that's one of those like jawbone speakers, so you can't hear it if you're not wearing it.
Okay.
It like actually just touches the side of your face, kinda, which is weird.
Oh,
There's
really?
not. I thought there was going to be like a headphone that went all the way in.
Can we?
Yeah, and
why is this practical? Like, why are you ever gonna have why would you not just look at your phone? In what world do you
it's
need?
Not practical.
Like,
it's
that's
not
the thing.
About practical. It's about ask me what's on my face. That's what it is.
So, in your experience with Google Glass, was there any features that you were able to try that you were impressed with or thought were okay, or what did you actually see while wearing them?
There's a few different apps. So there's like a clock. You can go to like a camera. There's like a day app. It's super beta. Yeah.
There's a clock
to feel slightly polished. Like this is a product that Apple would never put out because it's not polished at all. It's completely
it's a beta or an alpha, right?
It feels like. I think it's at least a beta now.
Okay.
But it feels like it. There's not any
No, you should do.
Nothing about it feels like anything you buy off a shelf. It's useless.
You should take
fucking useless.
You should take your Apple iPhone, order yourself an Apple Watch, check the time, order yourself a Google Glass, check the time there. See if all the devices are synced time-wise. Why not? Why not? That's all it's used for.
If you had all those things, I guess, yeah.
So,
I would not spend the money on them, though.
Have you ever seen the video where they're showing the person who is taking the subway and he's walking around the city and he's like, oh, take a photo, boop, and he's like, I need directions to this. Someone's calling. Is it that smooth how they make it seem in that video, basically? Or can you get directions on it, like maps?
I didn't try that. I'm sure that you could. The user interface is smooth. I didn't get any lag in switching through the menus or anything. But it's just the experience itself really sucks.
Basic.
I don't know if you ever. Yeah, did you ever use what was that like console that came out in the 90s that was like kind of like that? Not Virtual Boy, because Virtual Boy was
the one that like burns your eyes out. Or is that Virtual Boy?
There was one that like basically shot lasers into your eyes. Yeah, but it wasn't Virtual Boy. Virtual Boy was like a.
One of them like burns your eyes out.
And you put your face on it. Right. There was one that was like right in front of your eye like this. It felt just like that.
I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. I forget what it's called though.
Like
but
red,
I don't know what it was called.
Like the red glass.
It was only
like
red.
Right here, like yeah.
Exactly.
No, but here's the thing. How well was the visual? Like when you like how big is this? Is it like directly in front of your eyeball? Like can you see out of your left eye when you have something pulled up in this menu, or does this imagery completely block what this eye can normally see?
It doesn't block your vision. You have to move your eye to look at it. It's not like just information in front of your face. You have to look up at it like as if you had like
so it's no different than looking down at your phone.
On the corner of your eye or something.
Kind of, but you're looking up.
Because I guess my point was, I was going to say, in some form, to try and salvage some form of practicality out of it. Like maybe while driving, you could check the directions and be a little bit safer, because it's hands-free and you can be like, okay. But that's really no different than looking at your on-screen GPS that's in most cars, or just looking at your phone.
Yeah.
It's basically the same thing. Yeah. It's not any more or less safe.
I think it might be helpful. I think it might be helpful as far as just quick sort of like, oh, here's something you need to pay attention to very quickly, now get back to what you were doing. So I do think it's better, but it's not... it's definitely not worth the money right now. It's definitely not something that,
what they need?
Anybody should buy unless you want to show it off.
They need a retractable one that is like really, really tiny. This is the future. And then it fucking pops out when you need it, and you can be like, oh, let me like get this, this, and this. And like you can move it with your eye movement. Like your eye movement will register what you're looking at, and you just fucking move around with your eye. And then like when you're done with it, just fucking boom, retract it back to my head, baby. Vroom vroom. Just drive down the road. You don't give a fuck. That's like spy shit. That's what I want. Until then, until
I
you
think
can do
that's a ways away. It's. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, we just need like things that can register off eye movement. Total hands-free device would be worth it.
Alright. Yeah.
I just don't see the point of
I
it.
gotta run. I may jump back in a little bit, but
sounds good.
I gotta go.
This is like when Dad leaves.
We'll talk to you guys later.
And like, we can just do whatever we want.
You guys
Bye,
can
Dad.
do it. I believe in you. I believe in you.
It's gonna be chaos. It's already so quiet. It's totally PJ with the ringing. It's totally PJ. He went away the second he left. That fucker. That fucker's been doing it all along.
Everyone watching,
it's been PJ!
Who's causing the reason. Now we know.
I'm texting him right now.
Send him a message. We'll let him know. He's the culprit. It's his headphones he's wearing. He needs a cool pair like we have. That's what it is. He doesn't have a cool pair. Everyone sees Brian today. He matches his headphones, and I match mine, actually. We did that on purpose because we knew that we were going to do this two-person chat at the moment.
You know what? Really, this is the perfect time to announce a new show. Format. Blue and White. Blue and White is coming at you live. We're going to cover all blue and white related activities. What that means, I don't know. Clouds, sky. Those are blue and white. We can talk about clouds and sky. We can talk about water.
I think that's where your head is right now. Cream.
We can talk about... I'll think of more things.
You're done.
I'll think of more things.
We'll think of more things that are blue and white. You know what's blue and white? This air freshener I have.
Let's talk about it. Tell me a bit about that air freshener. How long have you had it?
It smells... I don't even know. It smells pretty sweet, though.
Oh shit, my iTunes came back up.
So this is what happens with a bunch of professionals filming professional quality video on a professional grade app. This is what we bring you. It's quality.
Are we done?
If there's anyone watching who is interested in seeing what we have to offer with our new format and has any suggestions for videos or anything you want to see us talk about during the videos, let us know. Comment, like, subscribe, all those things that no one ever does, but we still ask for. Because one day it will happen.
It will be nice.
We feel it deep within our hearts.
You know what I think we can do is when we blow up, we can throw back, be like, yo guys, you want to check out our original work? Check out World's Worst Podcast. And people are going to be like, oh my god, you guys were so cool back then. I'm so sorry I didn't realize it. And then everyone's going to want us to do a podcast again. And we're like, listen, we're too busy being famous and rich to make this podcast now. Maybe we'll go back to it. And then we get the demand. And then you pull in even more people. And then we could even produce even shittier podcasts, and people will just fucking love it. And that's Apple for you. They made one good product, and now they just push out shit. And everyone's like, oh, Apple, thank you for your shit. Oh, it's delicious. Oh, you made the screen a quarter-inch wider?
Anybody that's watching, this is the guy who just ordered the iPhone 6 Plus. So, anyway,
I sure did.
But then the thing is, what happens is, if that ever did happen in a dreamlike world, because it's nice to dream, people will be like, oh, see, they sold out. Look at them now, they sold out. He doesn't wear a blue shirt anymore, and he doesn't wear a white shirt. He's got an orange shirt.
I actually really like the color blue.
He's a sellout. This isn't a blue and white.
I'd probably still wear the color blue.
Is that because it matches your eyes? No, I just said it. I called it.
Am I eyes blue? No. What are they, green?
No. They're nothing. They're terrible. Anyway, everybody. They're blue.
No, they're green sometimes.
You know what else is blue? My Gatorade. That's what else is blue. You know what else is blue? You know what else has blue in it?
This monitor's
and red
so bright.
And white, the American... It is. Now that it just ruined everything.
Why?
You ruined everything. Now your beard looks 10 shades darker. It looks like you have a lumberjack beard on. Yeah, so this will be our shortest one yet, folks, as we lost Patrick.
We're nothing without PJ. He makes the show. He is the show. PJ is the life source to this fucking... I am just an annoying prick, and Dan is just annoying. And PJ is really what makes this show a success, if you can call it that. I don't even know if it's a show. Okay.
That's another thing that's blue. But yeah, so we won't drag this one on, but we basically just wanted to tell you that we have a new format. PJ wanted to share a story about the Google Glass with you, but yeah, new format next week. It should be exciting. We should have some funny videos, some interesting videos, all the stuff I said before. Make sure you tune in, and if you're new to watching our videos, make sure you like and subscribe, comment. We'll have plenty more in the new format, and it should be a lot more interesting than just us talking. So have a great night, great week. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching the podcast.
We lasted 5 minutes without PJ. 5 minutes. And if anything...
Is it done?
It's not done. It's not done. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping all of this. You're so fucking fake professional. You this little corny fucking preparation voice. You're not even talking like yourself. You're like, alright everybody, this is Daniel R2's coming at you live. And I'm going to tell you...
Coming at you on Smooth Jazz 105.
And then as soon as we finish recording, you're like, is it over? Is it over? Are we ready to move on? Can we be friends again? You fucking posing piece of shit.
You're a fucking poser. You're the kid that got a skateboard and pushed it the wrong way. You're a fucking poser.
I never bought a skateboard because I knew that I was incapable of doing that. So, joke's on you, I didn't even have friends.
Then joke's on you too.
No.
Yeah. And guess what? We are friends now.
It's terrible. It's so much effort.
A skateboarder and a computer.
A skateboard. Not a computer.
You were at one point in your life. I can type this many words per minute.
120 is the answer.
Nothing.
120. That's the answer.
You cannot type 120.
Yeah, you can, nigga.
Ah, the famous word comes out. Were you still filming?
I'm still filming, yeah. I told Neil that story, and he was like, I would instantly stop listening if that comment was made, followed by any form of laughter. He was like, I would just turn your podcast off and never look back.
Yeah. We didn't, I don't think we laughed, though.
We did because of our reactions. We did because of...
Okay. Okay. And then we were back. Yeah, this is the worst fucking podcast I've ever watched in my life, and that's why we're changing it, because it's a fucking piece of shit, and that's how I really feel about it, and the people in it. Take that, extras.
Was that an invitation to me?
It could be, because I don't really feel that angry about anything.
I don't know if I've ever seen... Oh, I've seen you that angry, and it was at me. It's funny, when people tell me, they're like, I've only been mad at, like, 2 of my friends my whole life. It's always me. I'm always one of those 2, or both. Like, I've only yelled at people twice, and you caused both. Oh, thanks.
How does that make you feel? Let's have a therapy session.
How does it make me feel that I cause anger in other people? I don't really care. That's probably why. I mean, I do and I don't. If it wasn't malicious, then, like, I'll apologize, but I don't lose any sleep over it. And I don't like to think that I'm a malicious person. I don't really try and piss people off on purpose. That's really annoying, people who do that shit. People who just try and, just make you angry on purpose all the time. Like, that's the worst. Like Ace. Like, Ace just fucking tries to infuriate me every second of the goddamn day.
I mean, you said the special word, so I'm not even sure why we're still talking, because I refuse to have another episode like the one like last week.
We can just edit that out.
PJ never edits it.
Well, we can edit it.
Yeah, I said it.
PJ, you gotta, we'll make this a little PJ intervention without him being here. PJ, you gotta drop that out. That one's gotta go. You know why people didn't turn into that episode? Thank God they didn't. Because if they made it past the 30 seconds that they're watching, They would have gotten into a whole world of just darkness and
It was
despair.
so dark. Whoever knew a Teletubby could feel so uncomfortable.
I think Teletubbies are creepy as fuck. They are one. They're one of the. That was like E.T. in a Teletubby costume. That's what that was.
You ever ride a horse like that? You ever just put your foot in the foot in the saddle with that little spur? You like that spur?
I never had a shoe like that in my life.
You ever just want to spin it? I just want to spin it.
Have you ever had a shoe like that ever?
Have you ever been out into the Wild West?
Bro, I don't even like to go outside. I'm going out into the Wild West. It's dangerous.
Well, I'm definitely not going now that it's turning winter. There's global warming and it's like 0 degrees out in middle of summer.
You just said like 3 different opposite points. You're like, it's global warming, it's freezing.
Well, global warming causes cold parts to be colder.
That's not. It's the dumbest thing.
You know what I have to say about this?